I hope I get approved from this company I used to work for. Fuck 'em. I'd rather wait another week. They don't do orientation till next week, so I would do another week. Fuck that. Fuck that. Cause I would rather not rush than rush into something that got a $2,500 escrow. These Chicago companies do people so wrong. They shouldn't even be counted. Cause like you don't know how bad they are till you get there. Fuck. As an OTL driver, we got a couple things working against us. First, as a CDL driver and OTL, you gotta hope you get good equipment. Hope your equipment is good. The truck, especially at least the truck, that's the main thing. Everything on the tractor can pretty much get fixed overnight. But you gotta hope you don't got any tractor problems. Everything on the trailer can get fixed, but it's fixable. But the tractor, you gotta hope you get decent equipment. That's one thing. We already going all over America, man. I hate, the negative about as an OTL driver. It doesn't matter if you've been driving 5 years, 10 years. Somebody else control where you go, when you go, and then the warehouses control how long you're gonna be sitting and waiting at the docks. So you're just the middleman. It doesn't matter if you got 5 or 10 years of experience. This is why OTL is shitty. This is why OTL is shitty. It's the weakest position to be in because you don't know and you can't predict. So it doesn't matter. See, when y'all think of 5 or 10 years, y'all think of that as a normal job. People work at the same hospital, at the same school, at the same restaurant, whatever job they do for a living, right? Trucking, your environment is always changing. OTR. We gotta be specific. I hate older people that just generalize and say, "Oh my God, the trucking market is so bad." No, it's bad for you. These carriers that got contracted freight, that's why they got contracted freight. This is why these mega carriers got contracted freight. So they can predict how much money they're going to be able to make. And it's not just, it's all of them. The JB Hunts, all big carriers, they have contracted freight. They realize that's the most important thing. They can't have nobody else come in and move them out of the way and cost them this good paying freight. Period. That's the bloodline of trucking, in my opinion. Shit. And then with carriers, what I've realized and other drivers don't realize, going to OTL, you are a dumb of a driver for many different factors because you don't know where the fuck you're going from one place to the next. You don't know how long you're going to be sitting at that dock when everything live load. Shit. And then these Chicago-based companies, these foreigners, they fuck you over. Sometimes you don't realize they're not going to pay you till 2-3 weeks later till you get there. You don't realize that they don't charge. They hit you with a $2,500 escrow. Now, what's really so bad about a $2,500 escrow? Let me tell you what's bad. Because your OTR, every week your check is gonna vary. Everything is live load. Check is automatically gonna vary. I just talked to an old company I used to work for a while ago. But they didn't give me good equipment. They was a decent company, but I didn't have a good truck. The truck I had with them was shitty. I'm not gonna mention their name. I'm not gonna mention their name, but as long as I get a good truck, see, that's your whole entity, your whole biased opinion of a carrier is sometimes based on this one thing, is the equipment they can be a good carrier, but you got bad equipment. They have thousands of trucks. This carrier that I used to work for, they got thousands of trucks. It's every carrier got bad trucks. It just is what it is. Okay? Unfortunately, it may that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? You may be with a good carrier, it's got a bad truck. It's got a bad truck. That's the other thing. And unfortunately, that fucks with your money. That fucks with your money. Because now that shit gonna be that shit is going to be in a shop somewhere waiting to get fixed. It just depends on it, man. Like seriously, my biased opinion now is I get now all the equipment and leasing, everything that got over 600 miles is fucked for a driver. That's fucked. No, that should be company. Lease drivers should get new equipment in my opinion, but that's just my opinion because you're gonna need capital saved up for repairs in the future. So, I mean, it's that, So when owner-operators say they make 5,000-6,000 a week, no, they don't, man, shut up. That's a fucking, I remember being an Uber driver, owner-operators that I done gave a ride to, something they made 5-6 grand this week. I'm like, dude, they are so, now I know from being a truck driver, they are lying like a motherfucker. Most of them people were foreigners anyway, so you can't listen. Foreigners have no idea how to explain shit sometimes. Okay? You grossed, let's just say 5 or 6 grand. You didn't even take home probably not even half of that. So shut up. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Stop it, man. Shit. But I hope, man, that State Express called me. State Express. They called me, man. Okay. So I got one company, what is it? Was it MGL? Or is it ML? I forgot the name of it. Anyway, this one company I just looked up in Chicago, they got terrible reviews. One guy said he didn't get paid till 3 weeks later, and then he got partially paid. He did a YouTube channel on it. Then I went to Google review to verify what he said. He said something about this Chicago-based company. Then I went to Google and typed in their addresses and read their bad reviews, and somebody in the bad review said the same thing that the nigga said on the YouTube video. See, trucking company, period. Y'all gotta watch. Google reviews can be fake. So you gotta be very, in today's tech, doesn't matter what company. Google reviews can be fake. If they sound too vague and not enough detail, fake. Fake. Nah. I rather work for this company. They don't do orientation the next week. I'd rather go with them than with this mega carrier, than with these Russian companies. These Russian companies are a piece of shit, bro. They're so shitty, bro. I don't even know what to tell you. They just so low down. They just low down as fuck. They are, bro. They are just so low down. They do you shady, bro. They do you shady as fuck, bro. They do you shady as fuck. These companies, bro. These companies do you shady as hell. Shit, man. You know, if this one mega carrier let me come back, I'd rather go back with them. I'd rather go back with them and just hope I get good equipment, man. And then, you know, like I said, just because you have a CDL does not mean you got options. You have limited options sometimes. Only reason I wish I could have way more better companies willing to hire me, I wish I did. These Chicago-based companies, like, you don't know, it's hundreds of them, and they don't. You get all, like, one of them, like I said, the really one of them, I got all the way there, and they gave me shitty equipment. It broke down, meaning broke down. I wasn't able to start. It actually broke down twice on my first load. I got to the church. This is how shitty these companies are. They hire people and don't have trucks ready. John Krishner, Hirschbach, Western Fire Express. When they did orientation, they had fleets of trucks ready. Right there, they had them motherfuckers ready. They bringing in 10, they got 10 trucks ready. Now, do some carriers fly you out to get your? They all will fly you out to get trucks sometimes. Okay, I get it. Some of them will because they got trucks in other areas. They know they may have need, but these makers, at least 80% of all people trucks was right there. They had a line of trucks ready, bro. Remember, these companies are doing business at scale. They're making money hand over fist money, bro. If they recruit 10 drivers, they know they got 10 drivers, or at least 11, at least 80% of them bitches right here. We had to fly some people out to go get some trucks, but most of the trucks are right here. Shit, motherfucker. Like I said, going back to the company, one Chicago company, and I quit. I quit that same day. They flew me out to pick up a truck. It wasn't ready. Then when I finally got the piece of shit truck, it didn't even make it one load. It broke down twice. Twice. It wouldn't start up from a truck stop. Then as I'm driving down the road, it broke down again. I'm like, oh, fucking goddamn. What is wrong with you dumb fucks? I have never picked up a mega carrier truck and they was that irresponsible. Especially, I picked it up from their terminal. Because basically, I picked this truck up from Chicago, some area in Chicago. So that was where they terminal, where they keep their trucks at. So that means I don't think and now that's what I will say, because at least mega carriers, they'll make sure their shit is runnable most of the time. I have never picked up a truck from a mega carrier terminal, and it was so fucked up, I couldn't even do one delivery. And I've been, like I said, I've been with some mega carriers. Now, if they told me to go recover a truck, now I haven't went to recover a truck and it wouldn't start. That's the only, and I had brake issues. Now, the two mega carriers I was with, singing CR England one time, they sent me somewhere in a truck. I got to jump. After I got to jump, it did fine after that. And then another truck I went to go recover from another company. The brakes was jammed. Something was wrong with the brakes. The brakes was jammed. So I went to go recover a truck, but I hope I get hired with this company, bro. I wish recruiters, man, recruiters and mega carriers do not know how shitty these Chicago baby companies. They will purposely not tell you shit to get you there, because once you tell a motherfucker he got to pay a $2,500 escrow, that means every time you get paid, it is a minus $250. Probably no more than that. Actually, no. More than that. It's a minus $300, and your check is going to vary because you're doing OTR, everything live low. So your check is going to vary, nigga. Don't listen to none of these motherfuckers lying. Tell me something, you're going to make $2,200, $1,800 a week. Man, all that pie in the sky bullshit. Bullshit. Pie in the sky bullshit, bro. Yo. Pie in the sky bullshit. It ain't going to last. Nah. What I would say, I hope I get approved for this company, bro. If I get approved for this fucking company, I'm going to this company, bro. It'll be another week, but I'd rather go with them. I'd rather go with an American company. Because I've been with all these fucking car companies, but we just don't know. I'm not the only driver, but I'm just, remember, I'm not the only driver. It's just other foreigners, they're not making videos. Other people are just too ashamed. Remember, every time somebody get dicked over, it is probably 20 to 50 people behind him that didn't make a video. That's how reviews work. That's how really reviews work. Because people are introverted. They don't want their face, their name out there. Now, I really think dedicated is the way to go. That your 10 or 20 years don't mean shit when you drive all over America. You don't know what the fuck you walking into. Like, that's a real talk. Nah, it ain't really about your record all the time, but it's just most of the mega carriers got dedicated routes. A lot of the foreign companies, they just do OTR, and it's a lot of small companies that you don't know about. They got set lanes. They may do Honda only. They do Pepsi. So you just gotta find them smaller accounts, the smaller companies that's not doing a lot of marketing. You may not find. They're in every major city got small carriers. You don't even know their name. You wanna know why you don't know their name? Because they're not doing marketing. So anybody can have 50, 20 trucks. You don't even know their name. They're not doing the marketing like the mega carriers are, and got all these recruiters and accounts. Because the mega carriers got 500 trucks. Mega carriers got thousands of trucks. So you know what I'm saying? That's why you don't know about the guy in your area, the company in your area that got 50 trucks that do work for Honda. Or the company that got 25 trucks and they run a set account with Pepsi Cola. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of small companies. You don't know. They were in every major city got these companies. They're not a Prime. They're not a JB Hunt. They're a small no-name type shit. You know what I'm saying? I just think working with dedicated customers, you're smarter. You know the customers. You know the area. Going all over America, man, I just don't like it. I'm not even gonna lie. I just think you're smarter working with dedicated freight. Every time I see people windows so tinted and you can't even see inside of them, I'll be like, that gotta be a ticket. I don't even know, because I see so many people get pulled over from watching police body cam, and then I see people tint so dark you can't even see the shadow within there. I be like, that gotta be a ticket, bro. That gotta be a ticket. I see people get pulled over on police body cam, just randomly talking. But I see people get pulled over. It's always drug dealers too. It's always drug dealers. Got tint so dark you can't even see. I can't see shit, and I can't. Oh my god, it's different levels of tint. That's what I will say, man. But only reason why you go around it, you be looking for something. You don't want to keep jumping companies. Like, I've been with horrible companies. Like the last 4 or 5, horrible. Calling you during the middle of the night. That is beyond horrible. I'm sorry. I am fucking sorry. See, y'all, England was a godsend. Who else? Hochback was a godsend. I'm trying to think what else other mega care. Everything plus what I had. Most of the American mega cares I was with was fucking fantastic compared to these fucking foreign companies that will wait till you get there and sneak a $2,500 escrow in your face. He'll sign this nigga. Every time your black ass get paid, we are going to take $300 out of your check. They act like that's not a big deal. It'd be different if every time I got paid, I'm making $1,800. Every time I got paid, I'm making $12. Every time I got paid, no, nigga, the check's just gonna fucking vary. You're gonna go somewhere. They're not gonna unload you because you was late or you missed your appointment. So we're not gonna unload you today. So you got to wait till Monday. So park that shit over there. Come back Monday. And for this week, you only got 1,200 miles. Or this week, you only got 1,300 miles. But out of that 1,300 mile check, we are still gonna take $300 out of your ass. That's harder than taxes, because taxes just take a percentage. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't complain if it was just taxes. That's how Gold Coast was. That's why I quit Gold Coast. My Gold Coast checks was shitty. They took $250 for escrow. Then they took some insurance bullshit, which was another $50. So altogether, every time I got paid, that pisses me the fuck off, man. Like, seriously, man. These Chicago-based companies shouldn't even count because they're shitty. Take some time and listen to what everybody got to say about Chicago-based companies. You'll be like, oh shit, they are. After you just go through YouTube, and then go through for you to go through the Google reviews, you would need the company addresses. But if you knew Super Ego address or a couple other company, dude, after you just watch all of the reviews, it's going to take you, it's like an all-day process because there's so many reviews from Chicago-based companies over the last 3 years. You would believe everybody's story, bro. You would believe everybody's story. But like I said, why would I want to go somewhere? Let's just say if I got kids and mortgages and everything, and I want to go somewhere and they're going to charge me $2,500 escrow. I ain't gonna make shit. You ain't gonna make shit that man. Okay, I was at Gold Coast and I ain't make shit. I just think at the highest, I just think $1,000. That's what I think. Okay. If we had to pick an escrow, I'd be like, dude, this $1,000. Don't dick people over there. Don't make that type of you. That's what pisses me off. It's not like you're making big bucks. Then all these fucking I hate when they don't. I hate then once you get the orientation, they have you sign all this other paperwork. If you get a bad inspection, $1,000. If you violate your logs, $1,000. If you do this wrong, it's $1,000. I'm like, nigga, this doesn't sound appealing to nobody. So they want to charge your ass for everything. Plus, we're gonna charge you $2,500 escrow. I heard through the grapevine. I don't know if it's true. Now this is double scamming. If a lease driver is paying all that money for lease, plus you're charging him an escrow, dude, you're raping the fuck out of him. You're raping the fuck out of him. Like that's dirty as fuck. When you think about that, that shit's dirty as fuck, bro. Dirty as hell.